The reason I came here was to ask you this question. To say, you people, do you think this is the right way to handle this matter? The way we have been handling it, this one of the legalism. The English have a proverb, putting a square peg in a round hole. The hole is round, the peg is square. You try to put it in, it can't enter. So are we really doing the right way? Why not to do the other one, which is for the whole area? Because we don't have accurate records about so therefore, I agree with the idea that you appoint a committee of elders and leaders and youth and the youth, but and women. So that we harmonize with the, led by the Vice President can lead this. With the Minister of Teso. And then we now budget for a formula which is clear, transparent. Now, the 28,000 who have already got will not be part of our list. But now, from now on, let's have a formula which is realistic. I liked what the young lawyer said after he had talked about compensation for war, which is not legal. It is actually illegal. But he also talked that you can negotiate what is possible, what is manageable. And then we fix something which all homes can get. If we calculate and we find that we can give 5 cows to each house,
Teso sub-region, like the rest of Uganda, now enjoys total peace and security. Courtesy of your dedicated leadership as the Commander-in-Chief of the Uganda Armed Forces, we sincerely appreciate you for this prerequisite, which is very crucial for socio-economic transformation. Secondly, there is general concern from all the members of the public, Your Excellency, that PDM money should be increased in the subsequent financial years, because they are very happy about that program, and that program is one of the flagship programs of government, according to them, which has enabled them to move from the status of poverty to a better level. Finally, why we are here today, you know that the people of Teso are both cattle keepers and cultivators. We have mixed agriculture here. And the program of cattle compensation has a very big bearing on, again, what you have always guided us on. If we are to create wealth and jobs, that is commercial agriculture, industry, services, and ICT. Many of our people here do commerce through livestock. Some people here are businessmen in livestock, some are business people in dairy, and so on and so forth. So our being here today, Your Excellency, again, is a matter that has a bearing on what you have already guided us on. And I want to state on behalf of the people here that we have been aligned to those 4 sectors and the 7 activities which you have been guiding us on. And you saw it by yourself when you moved around recently during the presidential zonal tours.
Now, predominantly, most of these claimants come from this belt of Teso. Now, whereas compensation is going ahead with government, there is this disgruntled group which has matters pending in court on protracted legal battles. My humble suggestion would be this. Your Excellency, there are issues which are not legal issues to resolve, but it is to be resolved through a political question. The 3 cases, the update I got, I consulted court this morning. 1 has undergone taxation, but the other 2 have not. They are still pending in court. And these are the people, Your Excellency, that are seeking your redress. I know you have been briefed of TAPCO and these cases, but this is the large chunk of most of our elders who are very aggrieved. I would request, on behalf of these people, that the 3 cases that address the fundamental question of cattle compensation in Teso be resolved this way. A judgment of court, even if it is final, there is no law which bars parties from engaging to still be able to sit and say, what is the practical payment we can give as a government and as the party? This can be an inter-party discussion. Because if we resolve it that way, if government is committed and saying, let's pay that money and resolve and have all those matters out of court, can we now sit and say, if the claim is so big, an amount that we can't pay in one financial year, can we fragment that amount in a sequential payment system where you pay?
Teso sub-region is now secure, peaceful, and stable. There is no more cattle rustling, except for a few incidents of cattle thefts from neighboring Karamoja districts, but these are being effectively handled by UPDF in collaboration with the Wananchi, both of Karamoja and Teso. We want to thank you, Your Excellency, for the determined and systematic disarmament in Karamoja, which has resulted into this peace and stability. We have 2 key challenges. 1, cattle compensation, which is why we are here today. Efforts to compensate the households that lost their livestock and property have been moving slowly, which opposition is exploiting, seeing this as an advantage. Your Excellency, there are 3 categories of claimants of cattle here in Teso, and 1 only is receiving compensation. This is Teso Animal Property Compensation Company claimants. That is what the Attorney General was talking about. But we also have court-registered claimants, that is Teso War victims claimants, and then 3, we have the unregistered people, and there are very many of them. And the other problem, the Attorney General touched on it, because this process has been going slowly, many of these claimants have died. A number of them have died. And the problem their heirs have is processing letters of administration. And this is very difficult. It has been made difficult